Merry Christmas!
Again. Part 2 of Tech Tips Christmas Tips.
I thought, Merry Christmas again. Yeah, okay.
Again.
Say it twice.
These guys are all Swedes, you know. And when I first came here, they have a Christmas song called Nu är det jul igen. And it means now it's Christmas again. And I always thought, at the beginning, I thought they were saying, now it's Julian. Here is Julian, here is Julian. But here's Christmas again. So, Christmas again, Julian. All right, now we have a tip from Linus.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. Hi, and welcome to my Christmas tip. Today, I am going to show you how to make a little Christmas set. That's what I have planned for you guys. Maybe you don't actually record stuff. Maybe you just want to take some photos with your family, or maybe you just want to decorate real nice. I don't, maybe. But what I'm going to do today, you see that the normal wall is empty, but I do have the fireplace up and running, except it's not actually fire in it, but you know, we'll fix that. No, kidding. But yeah, so the first thing I think about when I think Christmas is the Christmas tree. So let's just start with bringing the Christmas tree in. And of course, it's a fake one. You see, we have basically the whole set prepared in front of us here. And we're just gonna pick and put up. Some of the stuff I have pre-drilled some screws up, so that you guys don't have to actually watch me drill in some screws. Anyway, so let's use some of these gifts. Start with a big gold one. And we start by doing this. There you go. Now you can't see the foot at all, and that's very good. For the fireplace, we brought some actual firewood. Keep that on the side here. And the tools for the fireplace, let's do the manger, actually, because that's one of the main things about Christmas. And next up, I will continue with the top here. Let's do like that. And the third one, just like that. And something that I like to work with when I work with sets is layers. So actually what I've done here is that I've prepared a few squares, just cubes, just to be able to put underneath these so that I can basically create like layers like that. Instead of just 2D, now it looks like it's many, many more. I feel like that's pretty much done. All right, so what I'll do is I'll put some power in the stuff and I'll let you guys see it real quick. Just give me a second. All right, so now we have coziness. So as you can see, we have these fireplace lights that makes it look like actual fire. And we just put some dry firewood on top just to give it that nice glowy feel. And of course, we have the Christmas tree with its Christmas lights in. Of course, you can decorate even more if you want. It all depends on what time you start the decoration. But what I do like is that you can't see the power cords or anything in the back here. And that's really what matters. And so that was my Christmas tip for this year. And I hope you guys learned something today. And I hope it was fun.
All right, brother.
Yeah. Now, wasn't that the best one?
You would say that.
I'm just saying.
But what made you think about that tip?
Well, you know, basically tips for anyone that has to make a quick Christmas studio or decorate at home and they're like last minute. Or mostly if you're maybe in a church somewhere, you need to set up a thing, or just you want to make it cozy. Like everybody does that during Christmas anyway. So.
No, exactly. And as a matter of fact, we are sitting in the product of something just like that right now.
Literally did that here.
Because when we were supposed to shoot this, Marcus's kid was sick, and then our kids were sick. And so we're actually on set with a cooking program with Ida. And so we
behind the door.
We just threw together Christmas. This is not even our house. So, great tip, Linus.
Yeah, thank you. Are we going to throw over to your tip now?
Yeah, actually, let's check out my tip.
That's a good idea. Do it.
All right, so here's my tip. When you're at Christmas morning, you're under the Christmas tree. I have so many people come back to me and say, why is it that every photo I take of my kids, when they're opening their presents on Christmas morning, it's always out of focus? Well, it might not actually be the focus that's the issue. It's the motion blur that's the issue, because you're usually lighting in a really cozy, family lit situation, not with big studio lights. So because of that, the lack of light makes it harder for the subject to be caught. And most people will actually lower their shutter to try to let more light in, when they should be having a bigger or faster shutter, rather. So, for example, what I've done here today is I've set my shutter to 1/200 to catch my kids here. Say hi, kids. Running around. And to have that bigger shutter, I actually have to have, or that faster shutter, I actually have to compensate the light either with another lamp or with a higher ISO. So what we're going to try here first is I got my f-stop at 2.8, I got my shutter at 1/200, and I got my ISO at 4000, and we're going to try taking a picture of the kids. Will the kids go crazy? Okay, you guys ready? Yeah. All right, go crazy, kids! So that worked pretty good. I actually had some of them in focus and some of them were not in focus because Jake was swinging the kids a little faster than I thought they'd be moving. So I'm going to compensate again. Now I'm going to try with an even faster shutter. I'm going to go to 400, and I'm going to bring my ISO to 6400. I'm going to keep my f-stop at 2.8, and we're going to try Crazy Jumping Kids some more. Let's have Crazy Jumping Kids some more. Right in front of the Christmas tree, guys. That was so much better, actually. So I'm gonna say that was a good level for me, but you gotta test it a little bit with your shutter and your ISO. Again, I think that there's a good floor for the ISO. A lot of the cameras nowadays have really, really good ISO without any noise in the background. So you can go really, really high with the ISO compared to a couple of models of cameras back. But like I said, if your camera is not a newer camera, has an older sensor, or it's one of these pocket cameras, my second tip is for you. And I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so my next tip is actually to get one of these lights. These things you can get on Amazon for like $30 or $100. I think this one's $130, but I mean, you can still pick these up really cheap, and it can make all the difference when you're trying to get your cozy lighting and your kids on Christmas morning, especially if your camera is not like one of these high-end cameras, just a nice little pocket camera. You might want to have that extra light just to be able to get the motion blur out of the picture. You can still have your high shutter without having a higher ISO, or your faster shutter without having a faster ISO. All right, so I'm gonna leave this over to Jake, and he is going to light the kids, and they're gonna open some presents, and we're gonna test this out. So now I set the shutter to 1/500, and I have the ISO to 1600. Let's test it out with our light. All right, Jake? All right, kids, let's open those presents with smiles. Okay, I think that worked really good. I got lots of happy pictures to send home to grandma or whoever. And again, it helps. If you have a newer camera, you really can push the ISO up. You shouldn't be afraid to use a higher ISO. It's better that the exposure is closer to being right than to try to bring it up in post-production. You're not saving that much noise reduction if you're having to bring it up more than a couple of stops in post. One stop, okay, but more than that, it's kind of better to shoot for the light that you're in. But if you have an older camera or a camera that's not really great in low light, take my second tip. Buy one of those lights. It'll save your Christmas. All right, thanks from all of us. Back, actually, this is back to me.
Awesome tip, Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
What was your thoughts process
Specifically,
here?
his mother, actually. Yeah. Yeah, because we got her when we first got married. We got her a little camera, and then she came back and she said it wasn't working because the pictures were all fuzzy.
All blurry.
All
Yeah,
blurry.
I've heard this.
And then we were at Christmas, and she was like, I showed her some of my pictures from my camera. And she's like, "How come your pictures are so sharp? This camera's broken too." Because by that time she had another camera, and I was
Just
like,
kept testing.
I looked down and I was like, "Well, you get a shutter of 1/50. You'll never get the grandkids that way." So it dawned on me.
1/1000.
There's a lot of people out there who really don't know how to get those sharp pictures in low light. So yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
All right. Well, present time. And this is yours, is it?
It is.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I made this one.
You made this one
So
just
I
for
know
me.
that one's for you.
I know. I got a tip
Says
about
my
what that
name on
is,
it.
and that is an extremely thoughtful gift for Marcus. I have to say.
Now, is it or is it?
No, you're
It's empty.
You're gonna be
It's like,
so
oh.
surprised.
It's a can of
Go. You
worms.
go first. You go first.
I go
You
first?
go first. You
Don't
gotta
point
go
it at
first.
me though.
It's not the snakes out of the can.
You're gonna have to learn a new skill.
Oh,
Nunchucks.
untying. Is that what it is?
No.
What is this?
Get down.
Hey, whoa.
Oh,
Goodness.
A nifty 50 from the 70s.
heck yes.
Isn't that awesome?
That's so cool.
Pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
And how is he going to mount that onto his camera today?
With M42 to EF mount adapter.
So Marcus has one for you to borrow today.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Sick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your new skill will be manual focusing.
Trying to say something here?
But
Yeah,
again,
there are numbers.
the vintage lenses are so popular right now, and
it
the
is.
look you could get from them. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, very nice.
Awesome. Oh,
Thanks, man.
this looks lovely. I'm assuming your beautiful wife wrapped it.
We are one, so technically you did.
Am I thanking her?
No.
How dare you? I did that.
I'm sorry. Thank
That's
you.
right. Merry Christmas.
It's beautifully wrapped. That's,
Yes, it is.
It only took
You-
3 days to do.
You went above and beyond. Is that why you were
Gross.
late for work yesterday?
I wasn't.
It's a box.
Thank you so much, Linus.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
I'm thankful for the beautiful wrapping. Oh, everything's coming out together.
An NTG5.
Professional and convenient. What is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep spinning.
Sunrise.
If you keep, you can see it here.
Oh. Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
So it's a handheld shoulder mounty kind
Yeah,
of
basically.
eyepiecey thingy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Giving you another point of contact with your camera. Oh, with your camera.
Yeah, I need that.
Yes.
I don't think that's a technical term though.
Oh, that's
Show them
awesome.
the pointy thingy.
What do you mean? Of
It's
course.
it's a rig thing.
A rig thing.
A rig thing. Oh, that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
listen, you know what? We're going to go out in the field, Linus and I, and we're going to test ours, and we'll see you out there.
That's right.
All right.
I am doing some test shots, doing some rack focus, just to test out the focus. Because, I mean, Marcus is right. I really do need to train doing focus on this guy. Because it's very different, but always it's smooth. It's really nice. Might not be the most interesting shots that I'm taking here, but it's basically just for me to test, to show the viewers what I'm seeing, testing my focus. It's also to show how nice the out of focus stuff looks too. Like it's not like the normal newer lenses either. It's like you can tell it's old. All right, yeah. So you mean if you're just out looking, you can find almost anything. And now that I have the cold out, I have snow and I have ice. I just found this thing, and I'm thinking maybe I can get some cool rack focus shots on this guy. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, Linus, awesome present.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to see if I can call him and talk to him. But
Oh, there is a little bit of a funny thing. We feel like this pole should be this pole, but I mean, we got it to work really
it
good
works.
anyway.
Yeah, we've used it. So.
Yeah. We've used it with the Edith's cooking program in here, actually, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
Jake to take some sick B-rolls of
Yeah.
you using it, and
Actually, Jake kept on taking it from me. So I think Jake is going to try to steal this present from me.
guess he liked it.
How about yours?
I'm really loving it. I was using this with Marcus's adapter
Yeah, to EF?
to EF
Yeah.
and put it on one of our Blackmagic
Magics.
cameras.
Yeah.
And you can see here all of the shots that I took.
So nice, actually. I was really surprised.
It's like so smooth.
Yeah. Really
And the
nice vintage
poke-
lens. Yeah. Awesome. Well, guys, listen. Thanks again. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And we'll be seeing you in a couple episodes.
Yes.
All right.
See you soon.
See ya.